we shall take it away. And we are bringing you here on this last map.
Bro, Sai is always
Man.
getting raid bossed.
What a journey this has been for this series.
Frenzy
Lots of ups,
armor
lots
on
of downs
bind,
as well.
and we
And
get
now
ghost
for ZETA,
armor.
Your
on
playoff hopes
Sunset.
are all but gone. There still are weird worlds where it happens.
Looks like they want to
Very,
absolutely
very
send it over
unlikely.
towards B.
And for T1
Dude, if
now,
they
you've
insta
got an
knife and it
opportunity
hits the
here to
Viper,
maybe give
you have a good
yourself,
chance of just
an
sending
opportunity
it
to get
in.
to Shanghai still.
Yeah.
But ZETA, like they said on the desk, still wants
If
that
it hits the
championship
Viper.
point. You still want to get the win.
Yeah.
It's just, can you do it? A retooled T1 comp going up against this Phoenix comp that ZETA has been
And
running.
it's going to send it with that.
Only catching a glimpse of Euron.
Yeah, Viper goes in. They realize that the smoke, if it is there, is down.
All of ZETA just kind of backing off.
That's
they
a
don't
free
really
sight.
feel comfortable. Try to take contact here. Laz gets up on the box. Oh, it's so dangerous.
Yeah, has to back away quite quickly here. 4 players of T1
On against
are
the wall,
already
and they
here,
want to take.
ready to
Oh my!
address on Boba. You can
There's
see
a
that
lot
East
of
is
people
already
here though.
preparing his
Flash close
paranoia.
omen on top.
Throws
The
it
Sugar
out.
Zero
All of them are
flashback.
blinded. They're
He
coming
does,
right
but it
in,
goes to
and the flash
default.
actually hits Dep's teammates.
They need
This
to
is not
take
looking too
control
good
before.
for the first round here for ZETA,
Okay,
as
honestly,
all
I think
hopes
these guys
crumbling
messed
down.
up a
He's
little
the mix
bit.
of the
There was a
3
guy
game,
here, and he could have
T1
shot a
does
Lord
some
in the side if he
strike
went forward,
here
but he
on
went back to help his team.
Yeah, I mean, that's,
Love the
again, some
love
util
the
combo
proactivity from
problems on
T1 here in
pistol
terms of
rounds
going
cost ZETA.
super deep
Saw it
on
back on Bind.
Boba.
Now we're seeing it here where they're just not quite in sync.
And everyone ate this flash.
Not exactly sure what happened with Depp here. He just, oh no. I mean, it's a good flash as well from
The great
T1 to
flash.
start
Oh
buying,
my.
obviously, that space, but
Dude, that was nuts.
the attempted counter flash doesn't really work. And
Yeah,
just round
and
over. Good
Sugar
recognition
Zero
from
as well. I think
T1,
Sugar
beating
Zero's
how
reactions
ZETA
were
loves
off
to
there
stack up with their
slightly.
defender side.
The issue was he went to
Try
Omen
to
flash
push. They were
default,
doing
and they
a lot on the other maps.
got active.
This time they're just like, yeah, they're probably going to do it again.
Yeah.
In terms of the buy, dude, everyone buys into
They're
this.
just charging right in.
Yeah, every
Right.
death matters at the
They can
moment.
just go whatever the heck they want in terms of positioning inside a player.
If they get any kills, that
Just
is.
on it at this
Dude,
point.
T1 would
Very
love
sharp
to
on the
lose no one
contact,
here.
spots out Depp that was kind of trying to maybe capitalize on a
And
classic
there's
play
one.
there. Inside the smoke though, there will be that one
Not
kill
too
on
bad. They
Messiah.
lose a Spectre.
Sure enough, that's going to be another
So
round
this
for
will be
T1.
a pistol that they can
All
throw
the
over,
maps
and it's still a
starting exactly the
decent
same.
bonus.
T1 pistol round wins.
Yeah.
A pretty clean eco round wins. And so for ZETA now, guns in hand, has to start now. Depp just standing there hoping he can right click faster. They can pull the trigger. He cannot. Carpe, some big kills. T1 all business right now. Want to get their job done.
Yeah.
What ults are they going to be
This is where it
getting
gets
online?
a little bit tricky. 'cause
Okay, at
Carpe
least for
is
the
too
big
off
buy
of
round
his
after
thrust.
this,
Even
they're
though
going to
this is a round
have
for ZETA,
official.
you know what
There's
kind
a
of
world where
follows
they
up
get it on
after
this
that.
round in terms of orb and a
Euron
plant as well,
still
so
alone by himself here.
we
I'll be sure
will
it's
keep
gonna
an
be,
eye on this.
as you can see, Laz
Life goes in
somewhere
again,
close.
hits the Viper, and
But
then do
as
they
that
just send
blink
it one more
actually hits
time?
him,
Yes, they
no
do.
more smokes for a couple of seconds, and they start charging right in.
And it's, Laz is only a one and
Lovely
done
trade
there.
with
Carpe
that
able to
kill
trade
and
him
the
out
plant.
quickly.
Now he has ult.
Good on.
Does he want to use it?
Testing, but the spam back makes him
Yeah, and they
rethinking.
all go over towards B main. It
No
might
way.
be the spam that we see.
Now
They might
Carpe has
smoke
his
themselves
thrash.
off. We got
This is where it gets a little bit
nades,
difficult.
Mosh,
Excellent for ZETA though.
Fish,
Plenty of utility
Omen
to
flash,
utilize. You can't see
and their
that
own
easily. He's going for
flash.
the wraparound here as he plays onto market. Door has been closed, but he can open this, and he has a paranoia of his own. Rossi tries to run away. They're still not really on the trap itself. Great flash. It actually
Oh
stops
my
that.
god, yeah,
Hits
they
the
ate the
thrash,
flash,
right
but
up
the
his face.
fish
Euron
saves
comes in for the hero
because someone's
place.
sticking it
Tries
at
to
the
run it
moment.
inside the smoke,
Omen has
and
to
now
send
Isu
it.
inside it, trying to look for Sugar Zero.
Whoa,
but
how did
only had
Duran
his
get all
hook to
these
really
kills?
contest. And that's going to be the retake done by ZETA.
I thought T1 was going to
I thought T1
steal
were
that round
miles
that
ahead.
Zeta's
It
beat
goes
there
into
for
a
moment.
2v4.
And a great setup.
And Uran
it's
gets
so
3
difficult
kills?
to deal with that B main post
They're all
plant
reloading
on
and
this
stuff?
site. And with that lurk from Izu, completely
Oh,
unaccounted
he was
for.
throwing the flash so
Kinda came a
Carpe
little
couldn't
bit too
trade.
late. I mean, the nice thing about having a Phoenix is those
And
B
no one is expecting
setups
to
are
push
a lot
through.
easier to clear with the curveballs.
Yeah.
And the Phoenix utility.
His own
on
smoke,
hands
so he's
as
not going
well.
to tank damage from it.
So, for what it's worth, those typically sort of unbreakable post plants that we see all the time in B main are a little bit more tenable for the side of ZETA.
Yeah.
Because of that Phoenix.
Gotta love that,
Okay,
right?
and
this is why they started
better
picking
win
up as
one
well.
and they decide
Especially
to
on game two,
just
as you can see
low
on
buy
possibly
into
the
it,
tiles,
no
we
kind of
haven't seen
force.
that at all
So
here
they're
in the past few
pretty much
rounds
just
for
looking to
ZETA.
do damage here. Obviously, they're trying to win, but not
Backing
expected to
away,
win this
still know
round.
that they are a little bit weaker on that firepower. Rossi now charges
Rossi
right in
picks
with
up
a
an
null
orb,
command, so he's gonna
insta
be
pops
the
his
spear tip
ult,
here as he comes
and
right
I mean they
into
are
the
just
B
running it
site.
down over towards sites as soon as
Charging,
they take a little bit of
clearing,
map control.
getting all this
What I
bit of
call ranked.
information. Now they don't
Just
really have to play
map
that
control
too
and to
aggressive,
send
'cause they
it.
don't want to give a kill possibly to Depp that will have his run back just in case. I say that, and they're setting up for some kind of flashes here. Goes in for the contact onto the corner, and Rossi still gets the kill. Oh, there it is. Depp pushes them back with the run it back.
Thank,
Has the curveball.
thank God Easy
Gonna
got
stop
that
the
kill,
minute
because
track.
otherwise I think
Double
this
up for
one
you.
might have been a
Laz
little bit
down.
close.
Saya player in a 1
Hey,
versus
lovely
1.
cleanup
He's
as
gonna
well.
win
Where
that
we
duel
at?
against Depp.
2 away from all.
Yeah, I think Laz.
And Zeta pretty much safe for this round here. They still don't have enough money to get the up
Trying
out
to
though.
peek that angle, tried to wide swing it. Saya was getting ahead of him because Saya wanted to shut Depp down right after the run it back.
They were gonna do this eco,
As soon as he cleared it, he knew where that started.
but they knew that most likely they're
And it's
accepting
just-
they're gonna
it's too
lose.
easy. I mean,
Would you not prioritize
I mean, it was
trying to
probably
get
over an
op?
immediate timeout from Zeta. I mean, you gotta get their heads on straight.
Yeah.
You'd love to play spoiler to T1 for sure.
You just feel that overwhelming confidence right now for T1.
3,000,
Like every play that they do,
1,900.
they're like, yeah,
Honestly,
there's nothing
maybe
really
they
that
couldn't
can
even afford
stop
it.
us as long as we can threaten with the blades. Because you talk about how, sure, Depp has to, you know, play that curveball around the corner, but there are certain angles where Rossi can throw out his KO blade.
Right.
If that spots out Depp and he doesn't throw out the curveball in time, then they don't really have any kind of clapback in terms of, I guess, counter flashes, right?
Right. No, exactly. I mean, these retakes are so predicated on Depp being in position and landing good utility. You know, it helps if Yuridon can find value, but he was stuck in a bad spot on that. He was the one holding down elbow, and I think he got caught by the no command, so there's nothing he could do with his Sova utility, of course. But yeah, I mean, Zeta with a weaker buy that round, I get what they were thinking. Just overstack B, hope they push through it. Even if they pop the no command there, you know, you've got a tremendous
Okay, big
crossfire
timeout,
gamble.
and it makes
Lost.
sense in terms of
is
this.
what it
They
is.
gotta win
The
this.
only
This
thing that
money's
concerned me
already
that
starting
round
to get out of
was Laz not having his
control,
gun out when he
and
swung.
they are now sending it over towards A. 3 people here.
Okay.
Flash
Big little
misses the
charge as
2,
well.
I'm pretty
Sugar
sure.
Zero preparing himself for that response. Gets thrown out a little bit by the mosh pit. They're really committing a lot of this utility here. Sugar Zero's a little bit trapped. Get
Damn,
sprayed
bro.
down through the smoke. All the
Yeah,
reads
that
right
was
now
a
from
lot.
T1 just perfectly gets
Repassing over
takeoff.
towards site. Did
And
T1
then
cancel
some.
this?
Now Laz
Zaya
trying
gets
to
his
back away.
ult, probably
Izu's got
not.
high ground. Might not be prepared for this as Laz is
Knife
playing
goes
on
in,
that
hits
off
one,
angle
knows
with
one's
that
close
smoke.
right with that knife. Dude, that's a nice
Saya
knife.
brings in the
Pretty much
payload
just
to delivery
isolates
of
just
the
this
ultimate.
one corner,
That's
so if
gonna
it
be
hits,
down
you don't have to
Huron
check.
as well.
If it hits,
Gets
you
that quick little
either just
refrag,
pre-fire
almost
ult,
got
or you don't have
low
to
as
check
well as
it.
outnumbered, and T1 still keep the rounds brought in, rolling in.
The overwhelm is looking
Did
so
Sugar Zero not have his
strong.
TP there when he was stuck in that?
Looking a little bit like the
I was
Heretics.
I'm not entirely
Heretics
sure.
Liquid.
Yeah, it just, but
Just
I
running
wanna
it
see
down
a
on
bit again. I
the
mean,
site.
they're just util dumping this corner, and they know that he's stuck there, so they could just spray because he
Yeah,
has
this
to
was
walk
great.
out.
Like they did a knife just
Screwed.
before this into the corner here,
Screwed.
just to check if he was
Laz
there.
walks out by
Easy
himself
kill.
into the combined fire of 3 or 4 different T1 players. I mean, it's just the things that made this comp so good in its first showing just aren't able to be there anymore because teams have kind of figured it out.
Yeah.
And if you're not able to contest one of the chokes, either at A main or B main early, it seems like this comp just falls apart. I mean, that's Laz being Laz.
Yeah. Is that gonna
Any-
pull the trigger here though?
Oh, it's unlucky. I thought he was gonna go good for
Did not
another here.
really do anything there.
Gonna have to
Big little
retake with
recoil.
the no guns,
And it's just-
and they're
it's a good
looking at a
starting pick for Laz, though, but
5-1.
This is weaker weapons for Zeta.
They
Still,
gotta do it.
they're
They
about to
gotta
go
do
in for the
damage,
four-man
man.
punch.
An extra
They
3k
set
on
things
this.
up as well. Easier prepared for the counter.
Omen
Yudo.
Flash is
There it
incredible.
Flashes them back out. Dab coming around with the curveball, but look at Excurate. They can't really flush him out of this position. He's just pocketing himself pretty well.
Yeah, it's
And
such a
this
strong
turns into
pause.
A firefight where
And they at
T1's
least
got
did
guns.
a good amount of
Yep.
damage.
And it's, again, really well handled by T1, anticipating these flood retakes from Zeta. Paranoia hits everybody again. I mean, I've seen that way too many times.
Yeah.
Where Izu's Paranoias are just perfectly placed, and there just isn't much that Zeta can do after
Chat,
that. They're completely
Platchat
trapped
didn't
there.
cast this one, right?
Like you said, there's not much utility left
Someone
to
must have
clear
gone for
Execute out of
T1.
that spot, and he knows it, and he can just chill and wait.
Yeah.
And they have to push him, and then he can just wait for the reinforcements, and Zeta is
It was
just
2-2.
dead to
Okay.
rights at that point.
100%.
This is the tour de force, though, for Laz in this round. Euron does have his Viper's Pit, but it's another 4-1 split for Zeta. And all you have to do as T1 is find that weak side and exploit it. frankly. And then you have to.
I doubled down on
Zeta to
Sentinels
show
last
that
night.
they can
Dude,
play good
yeah, I
retails.
doubled down
So
on
far,
Sentinels
they
on
really
Plat
haven't
Chat.
been.
But bro,
Got a Thrash.
I'm not even mad about
Angles.
it.
I mean, literally no
Because
one's even watching.
Loud
This is
looked
this
so
has to be
bad
fun
up until
retake
last
play
night
for
that
Zeta. Hirodon
I'm not
can
even
do nothing
mad.
but sit back and watch. He cannot get involved. And here we go. Now they are shifting over. Lad's just going to be the one to continue to watch B. And there should be no ambiguity about this.
They're taking a while, though, so now Zeta is getting a whiff of what's kind of happening, and they're moving back all their forces here on A. So
I think Zeta can play more aggro overall.
There will be
It's hard
more
with their
players.
comp to play like super
Thrash now
aggro.
being used for a second time. No one's home for the moment.
I guess they could try and dominate middle. I guess you have a wall to get out as well. Chamber could play middle, but
at the back of the site. Side player is just going to throw out the nade here just to delay while they plant the spike, and it's going to be a retake once more for Zeta.
see how this retake looks.
See if they
Dude,
can get
every
anything
single
on this.
time T1 are saving their Omen flash. When they try
Izu
flood out,
repositioning
they just
right
have
behind
a
Rossi as well.
flash.
Laz hits the first shot onto Izu. Do they know, though, that Rossi's pocketed himself onto the corner right
Whoa.
now?
The
No,
right click
just gets
from
a couple
Rossi is the
kills.
one.
Now it's all going to be down to Carpe. Trying to figure out
I
where
see
Laz
down from
will
Laz,
be.
kind of realizing that he's going to
It's a little
swing.
bit
Okay,
actually
they do manage to
close.
get around 2 people
Well, this is good
surviving,
news for
so
Zeta. If you can
3
play
people not going to be able
retake
to
like
buy
that,
next round if they
then
lose
things can be very different.
after
You
it.
know, seeing that Thrash, everybody's playing back on A, giving up that space, just saying we're going to again cut you off at the point of attack on B if you're going to try that angle.
I think Loud played good or Sen played
otherwise,
bad. I mean, it was a
we're
solid
gonna
mixture of both. I saw some
some
mad
open
stuff from
space.
Sentinels, don't get me wrong.
Good shooting.
But it was like the most put
everybody.
together Loud actually looked. Like
And,
the comp on
that's
Lotus
much
actually
better
looked
for
like it
Zeta.
made
Good patience
sense.
there. A lot of util
last
had to
night,
be
which is
expended
cool.
early for T1
Whereas
to make
before
sure
it-
that the plant was
Whereas
successful.
before it always looked like they Loud had a
Gives
secret
Zeta just
agent
a
that was
little
paid
bit
off
of an
by
edge,
the
it
other
feels
team
like. Now
to
you got
help them
tons of
out with
ults again.
util.
Still have that Viper's Pit. Have the Hunter's Fury for Hirodon. See if they can find some value off of it. It's going to be Laz and Hirodon on A this time.
But they really sorted their
That
stuff
wombo
out.
combo of Depp and Sugar Zero with all those flashes and paranoias and stuff over on B. Mid, something that has been tough for this Zeta comp to deal with.
Yeah.
They've tried a couple different ways to handle it. A lot of trying to put Depp
Toxic,
top mid, try to
bruh.
cover
The
this
Harbor
angle
on
that Hirodon is
Icebox and
currently
the
exploring with that owl
deadlock
drop.
on
That didn't work.
Lotus.
So now they're just kind of giving that
So
space up again. Just
they
saying,
helped
okay,
out the
well,
other team
we're
in
just gonna have to be a
3
little
big
more
buy
diligent,
rounds.
with
Like, I'm
rotating
not,
based off
it's
this
not
contact.
toxic.
Oh, the timing.
The util was
Could have been something there for Saya
awful.
player. 3 players about to burst into this. Is Hirodon prepared for it? Oh, he actually gets caught by the Dizzy. That is unfortunate. And the follow-up is Excret.
Man, they really need to-
Whoa!
Whoa!
Laz!
Izu
2K!
stuck it.
What did
The 180 was
follow-up
fine.
be?
Oh my
He
god,
gets
it's a
another
clip,
one.
bro.
How is he
Give me another.
single-handedly
Oh my
breaking
god.
apart the hearts of T1
He
as
went for the
Carpe
wall
once
bang.
again in the same situation. Clutch if he can, damned if he don't. T1,
Dude,
how does
I
this happen?
imagine
How
he
is
hit
Laz
the wall
superstar
bang.
once more. And now Carpe by himself around the corner here.
Hey, you
Gets
gotta
the
win
first
this after that.
contact. Depp throws out the molly to flush him out.
Lovely
That's gonna be
round.
that.
Holy Laz. Must be laughing to himself that the
What in
Omen
the
stuck
world,
this.
Laz? You
What?
frickin' monster. Unbelievable.
Yeah, that was
stuff.
insane.
I
I mean,
don't
the
even know.
first kill was
Look
just
at how
insane after
quick he
missing
is.
this. That was so
that
fast.
is so
The timing on
stupid.
that was sick.
Unfair.
Times the
Jeez.
flash as well.
Oh my
Good
god.
God.
Bro, I love that he went for the wall bang after.
I
That
am
is
in
incredible.
awe. We are all in awe of
He should be
how
dead.
much
He was
of
literally
God
just like,
of
man,
snipes
everything's meant to be
Laz
here.
truly is.
I mean, that first
What a
half
round to
shot
do it
is
as well. They were gonna,
outrageous how
dude,
fast that is.
he didn't get this
I
first
don't even
kill.
think the
They lose
crosshair
the rounds.
reappeared.
They
Yeah, and
eco.
he was
This
shooting.
is 7.
That's a strength.
Bro, it would have
Honestly,
been
the headhunt.
ridiculous.
There's no
Would have been 7-2.
whip out time or lesser whip out time compared to any other weapon. But still, right, to be able to capitalize on that in such a sticky situation. Anyways, moving forward, Zeta, they secured themselves around.
Like this trip over towards middle because they
It's
haven't been
probably
doing
the
much over
best
towards middle. It hasn't
play
been
that
much
we've
map
seen from
control.
Laz so far
And
today.
He, yeah,
His trip
today.
mid's
just today.
good,
I
'cause
mean,
he gets
he's
both
nuts
the
on
edges.
chamber, and you can see why we beg for him to play it. Because when he is on, again, there's few that do it better.
On every map, just put him on the chamber, right? Anyways, there it is again. Carpe's prepared. Laz this time fully blinded, cannot hit a shot with the operator. Does get that high ground. Thrash. Carpe has been having this ultimate multiple times right now. Hirodon trying to assist Laz here. but he's gonna get pinned down to the wall, and this only leaves Depp by himself. That door is gonna close up on him. Yeah. Maybe not, right?
It'd be ambitious.
Might be nice
He
to
has
save.
to run it back.
Might be nice to save this gun so we can drop
I mean, he
Uran.
could play the. I could see it where he plays the run it back
2-6.
to like try to get a couple guns out of T1's hands. Like, look at their economy. Like, why not?
Yeah.
But he cannot win this round.
Making expensive though. All right, it's
Yeah,
gonna be good for
alright.
the one.
I mean, they should still buy,
Still,
and we'll just see what
these
Uran
executes
buys.
from T1
Yeah, they
on
maybe
the
need to
offense.
take like more
You
map
see how
control,
strong it
and
really
so they have
flushes
to
them
use
out,
like this combo
right?
early.
Because there's nothing that's gonna stop them at the front of things, and you get that kind of just annoying combination of the flash drive and the dizzy. There's really nothing much that you can do against it as a defender rather than just to back away.
Yeah, exactly. And you're making a great point because Jordan there tries to challenge.
Yeah.
And he probably shouldn't.
Yeah.
He doesn't really have much help there. There's no mollies to like cut other than his
We're
own.
just in the same pop
forces
again.
Of T1 in half, you know what I mean? To like try to isolate a fight or two. Instead, it's just a flood take from T1, and you don't have the ability to really shut that down. Depp going for an aggressive play, but is thwarted by the U-tilt from the Cypher, so not going to be finding any value out of that one. Now, that being said here, there's quite a bit of Zeta
Excret? Yeah,
hanging
Excret
out
side gel
on this
still.
B site, so this could be a bit different. Now you can
They
challenge
changed
these
it
entries
last week, and they're
because of the util
still
you have available. You have the paranoids, you have the
keeping
snake
it the
bites, you have
same.
the curveballs, you have everything to throw at this, even the run it back potentially as well.
Yeah, but Rossi has his null command, so all that gets null and void. Couple of volleys though. Oh, never mind. That's just gonna be enough. Yeah, good damage here from Zeta
Yeah, and
Division.
I mean they got the stack
fourth null
going,
command comes
and
out,
this
they throw
feels
basically
feels
everything that they
stronger,
could.
way
You're absolutely
stronger.
right now, it's down to
Setting the
Isu.
chamber up over towards A, getting a
Getting
heavier
flushed out
stack
thankfully
here.
enough, the smoke
Couple of people with their
does give him a
util
little
out, couple
leeway
of people
to
with their
move
guns
around,
out.
It's only just gonna be for a couple of
And
seconds.
there was a
Zeta
lot of
Division.
people here. Does
Great
T1
response
realize
against
this
T1.
and actually do
Yeah,
a bit of A
it
control
is
because
exactly
obviously
that.
the
A great
chamber's set up here?
response. It is identifying immediately the problems that cost them the previous round and addressing them. So that's what you want to see from Zeta. Good reads, knowing when they can contest these entries. That's a huge part
Why
of
is
this
every round a
with this
stomp?
comp. Because
Yeah, it kinda is.
your util advantage for the most part, other than a few early on, but they seem to have figured that out. But when you run into this Zeta comp, when you run into like Depp and Sugar Zero in particular,
Coach here, the team's comms, yeah. Name your dog.
they just wipe the floor with you with those staggered, you know, flashes and nearsightedness and mollies and everything that you have available to you.
You talk about that, and look at the positioning here for Zeta, right? Both of those players, Sugar Zero as well as Depp, actually playing at the site itself rather than at first contact. So Laz is going to be, you know, first contact, get that quick little rendezvous out as bait,
Yes.
and try to reel
Timber
them in
off
into a
angle.
false
So
security
this
here
one,
where, again,
T1,
that setup
bit of
is
map control. Fake
waiting
pressure
for
over
them.
And it's
towards
so
B,
often
group
a
up over
1-4,
towards
right?
A.
Where Laz is the one, so that's why you want to try
And
to
that
sell
is a
this.
lovely
Laz is
lineup
gonna
for
hold
this.
Just a little bit. Izu lining up the paranoia.
That'll
to send
check
it
all
down
the
that
corners
alley,
here.
potentially. But T1 pumps the brakes. They're going to talk this out. They're going to think it out. Sending a smoke through mid just to
Yeah, I
maybe
mean, they at least
divert a
take down
little bit of
Wingman and they can
attention,
just hold this for a
potentially.
little bit.
But right now, it is going to be, looks like a big-time execute. Laz, though, not even going to
4 people on
have
site.
the TP out. Still able
Looking
to
like
hold this
Zeta
angle.
have
No
gambled right
contact
on
just
this.
yet. Nice.
Lovely off angle.
Yeah, you really just cannot let Laz be in that position. Here it is once again, though. Flash from Rossi
Like a
does
turret,
not
man.
get any contact whatsoever. Blinding light, or excuse me, curveball. Stops Aya player dead in the tracks. That's going to be all down to him. This is a huge just defensive posture here right now for Zeta Division. And it's perfect. They lose only Laz in the process. And Saya 20 seconds. Not going to be aware of Euron possibly.
Yeah,
and there it
and
is.
T1 need
ZETA
to
Division one more.
map
If
control
they can,
it.
to just keep things
Either insta-send
And
fast
now you got to think
or
that
map
this is
control it.
more likely the round that this timeout was for. You have the showstopper. So are you going to be able to use it to get past those initial defenses of ZETA?
Yeah.
If you're going to make a B hit, for example,
Nice.
that's the real question. ZETA's going to be aware of it. I wouldn't be surprised if ZETA's just playing way back on this round. Maybe they go for the tiles crunch here. With where Sugar Zero and Depp are, that, and you could, you know, throw the recon bolt up into mid as well, potentially.
All the pings
Yeah,
over
here you
towards
go.
market.
Yeah.
Nobody's home for T1.
Recon goes
Lots of
in.
pings from T1
Zeta
as well,
decide
as
to
you can
get a
see on
little bit
market,
aggro.
so were they trying to read
Knife
the
goes
situation
in,
there?
Chambers here.
If they could,
Free
right?
pass and push behind.
Any case.
Again, T1 are just
should be still aware
fighting.
that deja vu could happen, but Saya players bringing in the joy. The
They've done the
payload if
hard
you
part though.
can.
They got out through the choke
No
point. You've
kills
got to keep an eye on this
whatsoever,
push
but he will
behind
them
though.
back as far back
I
as they
imagine the
possibly
trip got
could.
broken unless I've missed something,
Oh
so they know
my
they're behind.
gosh.
Holy hell,
Goodness,
that's a lot of
actually picks up
people.
two, and now it's a scramble for T1.
Yeah, and
Kills
does
coming
Phoenix
in
just
for both
clean up?
sides. Sugar Zero gets another. The trap down, and it's only Saya player by
Okay, it
himself.
doesn't even-
The pinch
doesn't even
comes
need
in from
to.
all angles, and T1
I like this
panics.
from Zeta though.
Zeta
These
the
last
Bigger
runs
pick
from
it up.
Zeta have been
Man,
a lot
it's
better.
beautiful
4
round here
passes
for Zeta 'cause they
stacks
get so much
into
info off that mid
another
push.
4 pass
Even
and
though there's
stack
nobody
into
there,
push
with
behind.
the tiles crunch, they're like, oh, they're not here. Well, they're probably
Yeah,
not.
and honestly,
going
T1
anywhere
didn't
except,
really
straight
like
into B, and
do
then you can
anything
just check
over towards
real
the
quick
map.
over
This
into
is
A
literally
lobby.
what I
Nobody's
call
there.
ranked in
Okay.
terms of just
Now we
sight
know they're
hit,
B.
map control
set
into
up
sight
Euro.
hit. It was
They're
that all the
great
time.
angle.
It was like
That
the
Hunter's
smallest
Fury.
bit of pressure in
Laz
terms
and
of
Euron
a
this time.
cage
Read the
sometimes
situation
thrown.
nicely, back off.
But once Zeta
As
kind
soon
of
as there's
realized
any
what they were
contact,
doing, it felt easy.
Showstopper doesn't find any value.
Yeah.
And that's
Readable towards the
that's
end?
what you
Oh,
need to do
for
as
sure.
Zeta. So good
Exactly
adjustments
that.
for both teams, but Zeta there finally find their footing enough to make it a 6-6. Oh boy. This one's so intense. I mean, so much to play for, in particular for T1 right now.
Yeah.
They need this win so badly.
And this is it too, right? Now we're going to be seeing Depp playing in as that spear tip here for Zeta Division.
Does this
which
mean
is gonna
Liquid
be
just
a
couldn't
lot more
adapt fast
difficult
enough?
to manage now that they're going to be,
I
on
would
the
I would
attacking side,
love
where he's like,
to
it
shoot
dictate
some
a lot more
bail,
of those curveballs
but no.
into play.
Like you should
T1's
always
gotta
be able to
prepared for that
hold
one.
a little bit of
We
map
are,
control with 4
readying
people, man.
ourselves to get into the pistol. Just look at that. Just systematic picking of individual players from T1.
The confidence, something Zeta's going to need if they're going to continue here. Let's see if they can find yet another second half pistol win
I mean,
to start. They've done it every
like
time
we
so
saw
far.
Zeta with 4 people, right?
It's gonna be
4 people,
T1.
4 people, they won
The
it.
script a bit.
4 people here
Carpe
should
having a
always
really
be able to
solid
hold
map.
this.
Rossi continues to have an absolutely phenomenal day today. He has been an absolute monster.
Yeah.
Some big clutches. Some big multi-kills for T1.
All right, let's
There,
see. Any
Xcure a
raid
little bit
boss?
quiet
Yeah,
so
Sire
far, but this
again
defender side,
on the
especially
raid
for
boss.
Xcure,
Who's taking this hit every
be
time?
tricky
Is it
for teams to
Rossi?
deal with. I mean,
Yeah, it is
there's gonna be a lot
Rossi.
of pressure on Hirodon in particular with those shock darts to clear Xcure's utility as this half wears on.
Ooh, 4.
Oh man, there's a
And
lot of
push
people
here,
here.
A
What is
main.
the timing?
Euron might not be prepared for it. Spots out Saya player. Actually spots out Depp there. Now it's just gone to stun. Gonna go for the flash. Okay.
Flash.
Laz fully blinded.
Whoa.
No way Laz wins this.
Okay.
And
I was gonna
Carpe
say, yeah,
a
when
little
Carpe
bit
started
longer,
not
but he's
hitting the
gonna be able
shots
to
here,
finish it out.
I was like, whoa.
So now the balance has
Is
been
it double
broken.
pistol, right?
T1 pick up 2 pistols this time.
Oh man,
Yep,
double
huge
pistol
win
on the
there.
last map.
T1 just saying, just stack and push and see what they do. And you can tell that, that Zeta's not ready for it at all. It's a scramble to try to react.
Yeah.
And that's advantage for T1 in that situation for sure. What a drive-by it was.
Yeah.
Little fade away from Saya there.
It was a byproduct kill. Euron trying to run back into cover. It happens.
It does. I don't know if he has a headhunter and a sheriff for Hirodon. An early spot gets a ton of info for T1, so Zeta's like, maybe not. And maybe we shouldn't necessarily just try this. But they're going to make a push up mid. There is the camera just around the corner there for Xcure it. So you can get a pretty good read off of
We
that.
got 1 sheriff into it.
In an interesting
That's it.
spot. My guess is that
We got 1
either
sheriff.
right outside that smoke or right inside of it.
Yeah.
I would think he's probably positioned it so it's right outside that smoke so you can't see it and clear it. Oh, wait, they're aware.
Oh, right on top of it,
They
too.
know about that, yeah.
Yeah. But you can't see the T1's actually waiting for this, maybe baiting out. You know, if they've tried to break it, someone peeks out and tries to get a kill. They're trying to do exactly that, but it's a bit too many. Rossi now feeling a bit confident.
Rossi, chill.
Will fall down to Sugar Zero. That's a Bulldog as well if ZETA can pick it up. Not gonna happen this time as the rest of T1 making sure. Smoke's being corralled around. Carpi's by himself. Throws out the Dizzy. Has to hold on to Elbow for the moment and tries to pocket himself here onto the side while the rest of ZETA now goes in for the full 4 punch. Paranoia hits him, stops him dead in the tracks. There's the pinch. Izu tries to trace it all back. 20 seconds. These curveballs are so perfect.
Bro, they need someone to clean this round up. They get a double Bulldog.
Could even come around the
they have better guns.
And could even be still winnable. Saya player pushes them back. Can't really plant the spike right now. As both of them had to reload the weapons. The collateral comes to swing.
That was so close to going wrong.
For a moment there, it looked like ZETA was able to flip the script.
Yeah, they picked up the double Bulldogs. They had better guns in the 2-on-2.
To break that side open to get a couple gun upgrades. Still,
I mean,
though,
that was expensive though.
For T1, the spot there.
They literally T1 all bought into this to make sure that they couldn't get eco'd, and then they nearly got eco'd.
They just line up for it. They're not ready.
Yeah.
Huge play for Saya.
At what cost?
Yeah,
though, right?
and so many of them die that they decide to buy up into this.
Well, they've got an operator. I mean, they were able to cut enough cash.
Let's see.
Previous rounds that they're able to somehow make this buy work. This is crazy that they have this much money.
Huh.
No
That's
bonus
also
on this.
putting out the smoke on B main. Right, so they're going to be one off.
Tell you what,
if they want to
I'm
execute
not sure they're going to
somewhere.
expect
So
the op.
playing a slower game just to have those kind of smokes right back up since they only
The surprise
Sugar
factor of the
Zero
op might work
to really
here.
prep
We
things
got
up. Sure, they
double
have the
kill trip
ball
over
here from
towards
Euron,
short.
but elsewhere on the map, right? Going to have to wait a little bit more.
And they're so scared of something coming through mid. Laz can work this corner with his rendezvous as a bailout tool. So you can try to push this market door, see if there's any contact, at least have the escape. Maybe create enough of a distraction that you can make this A hit work. Owl Drone not going to see anything. And ZETA thinking, well, nobody's here. Look at where Laz is. He's
Laz is taking a pretty good timing.
Is Saya going to catch him?
I mean,
Laz is probably going to be
gonna be furious if he's Saya,
right?
getting him wrecked.
No,
Whoa.
goes around the corner where both Rossi and Carpi are still looking at top mid. But they're backing away all the way through B main, especially
and
now that
Saya's
Laz
gonna go
has
down.
creeped up onto the site. They might not know about this yet. They definitely don't.
Oh my goodness, the timing on that was
the
wild.
could not have been worse for us.
Yeah, no, they pick up the op, they find out about the op, and they could definitely snowball. That was nuts, bro. The click was literally here.
Against his opponent, so smart. Now he has that op too.
Oh man. I mean, what are they gonna do at this point? You can't see the positioning from Izu, still holding on Boba. This might be a lost cause right now for T1, but they're edging even closer onto the B side, so they definitely want to go for this fight. No more wingman to use for you know,
yeah, and T1 took such a risk with the buy here, and they got a save. So now the other team gets insane econ.
I was about to say,
this is why I don't like this
force
stuff,
the three
man.
players to kind of fight the 3 versus 5 while
I just think percentage-wise, it's never worth. And I know TMV did the video where he's like, sometimes it's worth. Just think it's never worth.
Yeah.
Never, ever, ever think it's worth.
Forcing that save out of T1 because they invested tremendously into that round.
You can at least, with the bad guns, go for it and do some damage.
But it's going to be a little rough in the economy for Saya. Just left on
the
his
third
own there,
round full
not really
buy.
reading that Laz was going to be able to scooch through market, get behind him.
Good news is, though, if they win this, they
Right
reset.
He gets that headshot.
Yeah. That was perfect. That was
Bad news
beautiful.
is if they lose this,
And now this time, I was about to say that
Pretty
he's actually
wrecked.
been spreading out his utility, you know, his tripwires and everything all across the map, just to make sure that that doesn't happen. The one round that he actually leaves market open,
the me vs TMV debate, the problem is,
Laz actually does his magic.
it's such a close argument in terms, like, we would never know unless we got the stats, and I'm not even sure that whose the stats were back.
Well, Spider sense is tingling.
And I get both sides of it. Like, yeah, it's a valid opinion.
Leaving ZETA sort
It's
of
I think it might even just be down to preference, but
you can see Sugar Zero and Depp are holding this angle. At least Sugar Zero was. Oh,
actually went the other direction, and it's Sugar Zero hitting in the head.
1 HP as well.
Down to 1 HP. Okay, he can pick up an orb, right? He has to pick up an orb and get that running back. So they're moving back onto that A main just to do
Bro,
this.
they are finding
He can heal himself a
holes
little
in
bit.
this as well. Yeah, he gets so much space over towards middle. 4 people on the other side of this have to cross.
Pretty far deep on mid. Top mid.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to be able to watch for some of these rotations. He's just got to play so carefully. Oh, my God. Okay, clears the camera and then backs out.
Yeah.
They did get their running back going. Okay, here we go.
Yeah. It was ever in doubt.
Kill trip number 1.
Tripwire's going to get spotted
And
as
then,
well.
I mean, it's an info trip over towards side.
The
They at least get over towards here. They get a safe plant, though, and that actually might matter. If they get over towards site and block this vision, these guys then have to do a wider swing. Oh my goodness. Wait, where was the shock dart? Did he shock on top of the smoke as they're running through? Wait, that was sick. His shock just do sick damage to 3 people.
Yeah. Slowly creeping in.
They're kind of all in the same area for
Where's the
this.
spike landed? Oh, okay. I was about to say maybe he can get.
Yeah, this is the only thing that was worrying me.
But that headshot from Deb.
But it should be fine.
Exorbitantly more difficult.
Right?
All right, he's doing some things. He's doing a lot of
Right?
things. He's doing everything.
What the hell is that, bro's 29 HP? Oh man, I was worried about the plant. I thought it was going to be okay because he's just 29 HP. How has he won this?
Outrageous.
Bro, they had to eco after.
Should never happen.
He got tagged.
They just walk in one by one.
Oh, another one.
Oh my.
Hirodon's got to push that
That's
angle
insane.
at the same time that Laz is holding there, but Hirodon pauses to just wait,
That's
and it costs him the opportunity.
insane.
Carlisle looking the most stressed I've seen him all year.
Yeah.
Junior trying to keep a positive mentality. T1 starting to feel like after that clutch that maybe this match is within their grasp. I'm
sorry.
I know, dude.
We're still processing.
Yeah.
I'm letting that sink in for everyone right now. We saw Laz do it.
Yeah.
T1 timeout as well, so they now got to think about it. I mean, this timeout was cool before he 1v3'd, no doubt about it.
That have come through. I mean, Izu just insanely accurate on all of that. So ready for all of those angles. Credit where credit's due. He played that literally as well as he could.
Yeah. I was actually expecting maybe a shock dart to come out as well from Huron here. Did he not have anything else?
Third round buys down to your all econ.
Catch it.
Yeah,
I just think the crap guns are so good in this game.
Just in case, maybe here for
They're
ZETA.
taking the bonus. You can always do some kind of mad thing that means you have a good chance of winning.
That's a must. That's a must
And
win
then
round.
the extra additional win of picking up their guns just means that your money's too
Leading up
good.
into the playoffs
I think
have been closer
I just think
and closer and closer.
maybe the stats do back it. I
now
don't know.
bringing in the pain on
Shot goes down, hits both of the trips. Knife goes in, hits 4. Right? They can't push through this.
Euron holding the spawn for the moment.
And with that, we have a duel in spawn at the moment, and Omen goes to set up a smoke, and Viper.
Contact between them is going to be quite important.
Damn.
And somehow
Omen gets out of this. Bro, Izu at the moment is walking on water. I have no idea how he did that clutch, and now he managed to get out of there as well. Whoa.
Going for a pick. Yeah.
Yeah, just one tag.
He got the tag on the Rossi. That was about it.
I'm telling you, this guy is... Everything's going right for him right now. That was an insane clutch, and then he's dodged death twice.
You have to be so careful with the spike right now as ZETA. You can see they're really worried about somebody coming through mid. Izu can take a smidge of damage through that box. But it's just a lot of attention for a change in direction. It's just a matter of ZETA can catch T1 or T1 catches ZETA crossing through. Now some shots to clear that door. Probably going to pause Carpe and Saya at the top mid. Oh, what a shot.
Nice shot, but they just left this site. Camera sees 1, 2, 3, 4.
Right now to get any form of map control. Maybe a pinch play coming in from Laz, but he's down.
Omen all goes in after seeing 4. And maybe he mistimed that in terms of Uran.
Spike in. Excurate holding the angle right now, and Boba is the rest of his teammates about to explode on market. He's alone by himself, but he's kind of playing this off angle that they might not be expecting, and he explodes for the 2K. That's going to be perfect. Euron now going to get exposed from the neural theft. Sugar Zero way out of bounds, and they can start defusing the spike right here and now. Euron.
And I see done from T1, but like, did they need to push behind with this plant when they just...
It's so interesting, like the counterplays, you know, Sugar Zero TPs into the defender spawn, but once they have that neural theft,
I think they did a couple of mess ups here.
Yeah.
I think they should have killed the Omen in B main, should have let him TP and then kill him.
Nice, guys. Yep,
and then pushing Boba when the Omen wanted them to like buy time for the La. Like, it didn't make sense. If they were going to TP here, then he needed to kind of speed up and pinch.
Now it's a eco for Zeta. T1 in firm control of this match. Looking to send Zeta packing for the year. Ooh. Not for the year, for the stage. We're not quite that far yet. Yeah, we're not quite that far yet.
It's just begun.
Yeah. Also, Zeta's never beat T1. Interesting factoid in Pacific.
Cover going out.
Fair enough.
Surprisingly enough.
Yeah. That was with the former roster too of T1, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Going back to last year.
Yeah. With...
Okay, so they insert one over towards B, and did they just KO flash clear this, or...?
Thank you, Professor.
Wish minimap showed some kind of flashes sometimes.
I can now go
would be
home
caught,
and smiles.
You're welcome.
Sleep tight.
Okay, so knife goes in, hits the chamber, so there's a little bit of pressure anyway. And then we just hit over towards an empty site. You got to look at Zeta's util as well. When you can take a site and you got Omen flash, I mean, this is what how T1 were winning rounds. They had an Omen flash for the Omen flash when they send over towards site. Viper ult's good, but I want some people to fight in this area, or this area.
Confident on the fight against Laz, did have the help of
they're just giving them every bit of map control right now.
To clear things up again.
I'm so nervous for Zeta. They might have misplayed this one.
All the angles, making sure they still have a little bit of time, but they can't really, you know, bait this as long as possible. Great shot from Heroron, and again, they're holding on. Side players gotta have to get things started. Time's ticking.
Time is pretty low.
Around the corner here, Izu gets the first pick. That recon dart pushes them all
Holy.
back. Zero as well. And
the molly coming at the right time, are they too low? Damn, the molly shock. Okay, lovely. Lovely. Yeah, they took a little bit too long. Whoa. Took a little bit too long in terms of clearing the other bits of map control.
Is ridiculous.
Dude, it's getting a lot of shock dart kills at the moment.
That double shock dart, but it was pretty much over. The Bulldog.
Yeah, I was worried that they would go a little bit faster and just realize they were all in this square.
Just able to get to that plant, get that pit down, and make it work. Sugar Zero on 5 HP, just walking away from bullets.
How many upgrades did they get? 2? Nah, 1 because he died, right?
And look at this shock dart. Boop.
Yeah. They were okay with Euron dying as long as he has that decay.
So aggro. It's a big jaw. They send it over towards the empty site. Okay, Execrate wanted to get a kill, but then he hears the ult, and he's having absolutely none of it. So they're going to just wait this ult out. Does anyone else take the space after he's cleared the space? That's the question. Yeah. Yeah, you got to keep an eye on Laz. Laz does great on this one. I mean, Laz can win this. They were pretty good to crossfire.
A lot more crossfire heavy. Sugar Zero around the corner here. Paranoia used. They do bait it out. Fragment also played out, but again, Sugar Zero's playing this carefully with the rest of the team. Now they're going to be pushing up onto Boba. The combination with that recon dart could be good, and it could allow Depp a couple of kills, but in the process, they actually take too much. Never mind. Depp and Heron got this. It's all down onto the player, onto the site. Opponents are alone.
2v5, for real.
Going to start to defuse that spike. Heron coming around
damn.
will not allow that
2v5, and they all just kind of lined up.
But they're not going to lose this round.
Yeah, oh my goodness. It looked like for a moment there, after they cleared market, that T1 was going to be able to bully their way through, but they're not expecting
what even happens here? Just double pause?
And him and Heron can just hold the triggers. And with the time
they needed someone to jump out, I guess.
Basically had to hold that almost all the way through. Now you got the tour de force. Now you've got another.
That forces them down to an eco as well. And that's a
talked about at the beginning
savage
of this match,
5v2.
Need to step up today.
Yeah, maybe I think it was Saya over towards market. Maybe needs to speed up.
18 kills
I remember who it was.
So far.
He had 45 HP. Might have been.
Going to be on the back foot economically.
I think it was Saya.
Sheriffs and a stinger for Rossi, as they have completely gambled. on B. And all of A has been left open for the taking for ZETA. But it's really interesting, SRI, like the compositional differences, right? Like, ZETA wants to play you up close and personal. They want to get in your face and use those trades, use those curveballs and other things to just out-duel you.
Yeah.
Whereas T1 can spread a lot more of the map, right? Not only with just the Sentinel that gives you information, but you have so much long-range utility. Your flashes from Rossi and Carpe can reach for forever. You know, you've got the nades from Saya. That's just Laz catching a player lurking through
He's
mid.
been watching the top of mid the whole time.
Well, that hurts.
They're one of the harder ones to hit.
A lot of contact-heavy plays here. Xgrid risking his life for a proper twofer if he could. Only good for the one.
I mean,
and this is just, again, ZETA marching their way
N10.
Into the site.
Want to try and keep as many people alive as possible.
Yeah, I mean...
This is a nice ult for next round.
So maybe they can get closer. Fair enough. Oh, okay, no, you never know, you never know. Izu's still here. That curveball once again slapped away from the hands of Depp. Now Laz coming in, does not have the angle on the spike itself. Does get hit by the blade, so he's going to be deactivated for a couple of seconds. Fragment gets thrown right into his face.
Nice.
And now it's going to be a scan on through the smoke. Half on the defuse.
Guys.
Coming right now for the contact, but there's just too
Wingman
much
just
to handle.
defused.
And wait!
Wingman actually just defused it.
The buddy, the little bro!
Wingman actually just defused it. The spray did not come in.
Lil bro!
Oh
And Izu got it half. And little bro has done
smoke.
it. How?
They won it!
How
didn't
has
see
they
the
pulled
defuse
this
timer.
one off?
Yeah. Well, you kind of think as he prepared it just in the nick of time, favorite thing.
Oh my
Dude, the spray never came in fully. Although, I mean, the spray came in, but it was running, so the chances of it hitting just wasn't as
I
much.
kind of wonder with all that shooting that was
Holy,
going on.
that's a painful round
they
to
missed
lose.
Because it was so short.
Yeah.
The time from when it was let go.
Yeah.
Plus, you had just killed Carpe, so you're like, oh, okay, we got
But dude, I've never flamed him for defusing.
kinda
He's
wonder
always
if
been
he
good
got
at
missed.
defusing.
Because they didn't start spamming at it.
I don't have an issue with that part of his game.
And Rossi bought enough time, right, for them to at least look at him first.
Right. No, he did great.
Yeah. This is just one of those rounds where it gets so chaotic that at the end of it, you can't believe what just happened, right?
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I thought ZETA was fine. I was like, oh, yeah, they got this.
And that was through a Thrifty as well, right? All of these things
Apology
mixing up
with-
together.
I'm not going to apologize.
It's not an easy game
He
for
never
both teams,
apologizes
for
when he
sure. I mean,
plants
obviously
bad,
we're
so
here
I
on
don't
map
have to
3,
apologize when he does something good.
but
When he
the
actually
amount
does
of
his job
times we've
normally.
seen these individualistic hero plays has been mind-boggling for me.
Oh, it's just,
Yeah.
it's been such an intense map.
Hey, these two are locked in.
Just bouncing around out there. Just having a good time. Waiting with Laz. They've got to expect that somebody's pushed up here based on those smokes.
Oh, boy.
Side player's alone too, so he could
One.
get caught out here. But no.
He should never
Okay,
be
he
getting
picks up the
two
2K.
here.
On the heavy hitters too as well.
He should
On
never be
Zane's
getting
division.
two and get
He's
out
gonna be
here.
able to escape. Shock
Oh
being
my
thrown
God,
out
he's
right now
out.
from here on. That's a little bit too late. Euron coming around the corner here. If he pushes
Oh
up.
god, Zeta
Tripwire's
are
gonna
gonna
spot
have
him.
the most painful
Now they're gonna be
time
aware.
watching this game back.
I mean, Izu's still there just in case.
I must wait.
Oh, no.
Holy,
no.
the Omen
And
flash
the
as
trap
well.
sprung. It actually works out. He's going to be able to find one. Trades the weapon. Second tag of the neural theft, but he's already too low, and Izu finds it. One
3
more
away.
round. And T1
Oh man,
finishes the series.
they gotta be
I don't know
demoralized.
what
This.
happened
Okay,
with
I
Depp
tell you
there.
what though, they got some good ults.
He
They got some good
has
ults.
all the time in the world. Just can't get the shots down. I don't know exactly what's going on. I don't know if he thought about switching to a curveball, but
Nice, let's go!
it didn't go good. And Saya is so good for 2.
Yeah.
Just individually setting that round completely off kilter for ZETA. And now they look like they are potentially done for this stage.
Last legs for ZETA right now. They got everything in their pockets, though, that to turn this around, right? Heron's been good on that 100 Sphere play. Depp has the threat of the run it back. There's a lot of options here available for ZETA.
Oh my god, this mid crunch though. So dangerous.
This mid-crunch
now
might
for Zeta.
actually be the perfect call.
Ooh, it's close.
They
Drone's
just send it
coming
with the
right in.
drone.
There's the Dizzy for the first contact. Paranoia
they
as
do.
well. It's not blind a lot, but they do get Huron in the process.
Oh,
There it is.
and
The
he's
delivery
here
of the
to
payload
all
let
on
us
top
down.
of the...
They're holding
Oh,
on.
boy,
He's good for
wait.
3K, runs it back.
Dude, that was kind of sick, though. They ulted on top of the TP.
He's gonna be able to come back.
I like this whole round from T1, even
Now,
though they're
does
down.
allow
Dep's just
0-0
an
as you can see
absolute
the
god.
Spike on A. And T1
Ooh.
lost in the sauce here.
Ooh.
Has to just
It's still
recompose
so
themselves
fine.
and get that
These
map
turrets
control
just
back.
insert too far
As well
to
as,
even
you know,
lose this
going
round.
back into the
Actually, I
side,
said that
use the
before.
spike if they can.
Well,
Let's
they're
wait.
going to have some individual battles that they have to win.
Oh, Huron. He's got the perfect pinch play if he could. Rossi's now working by himself here. Zaya's just too far. Yeah, he's way too far.
Brogan.
Probably just going to have to save the weapon for the moment.
Yeah, there's no reason to make a play here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dep,
Zeta
yeah,
keeps
Dep did.
themselves alive
Dep
just
was savior
barely.
here.
It looked like it was going to be GG. With that setup that T1 had, they read
I thought
that
Asarai
mid-push out
picked
so well. It's just-
Zeta, right? Or am I
Zeta's
wrong?
just barely able to avert disaster.
Yeah, 100%.
I
But this is
thought they were done. I thought they were cooked when I was looking at the map. I'm like, well,
but this is also the first time that we see like a
Wait, pick T1?
contact on
Oh,
mid-play,
okay.
right? Just here on triple. Yep.
Enemy remaining.
And that's where usually you kind of see Dep getting the most value in the previous maps or previous sunsets that we've seen here for Zeta.
yeah. Well, I mean, the good news is Dep is pretty damn good at this game, so he's able to bail
True.
out Zeta.
Ooh, I like that angle.
But really, I mean, T1
I mean,
played that round.
honestly,
extremely
Zeta
well.
did good
Did a
to
great
dodge
raid.
this.
Oh,
Only
yeah.
hits
And
one.
just out-
They
got
just
outplayed by
contact
Dep.
walk
I mean,
over
so many of
towards
these
the
rounds have come
site.
down to that. Like one player
Gonna
outplays
have Sova
the other
ult,
team,
which would get cancelled
that's
by
round
Rossi's
over.
ult.
It's been an
And do
absolute
they get
wild
over
3
towards
maps.
the site, saving most of this
That's what
util?
happens. Get those
Especially the util like
Diamond-
blocks the actual
not rank,
push.
but like, you know, those stellar plays.
Smoke goes in, smoke
Diamond
goes
rough
in.
plays here.
All
Just
as
because of how
well.
brutal the
Bro,
conditions
how'd you
really have
retake
been.
this one? Gonna have
Any
to be
case,
the
here we
combo
go
of the
again.
ults. Carpe at least
Zeta's
over
vision
towards
now
B
coming
picked
in.
up
You're
his
at
orb.
Camera,
Yeah.
It all comes down to the KO.
Gonna break it though.
they don't see it.
They want to go aggro.
That gives a lot of information right now, but Dep has his curveball prepared. Rossi intercepts.
There goes the-
that
there goes the
actually
KO.
Saves them, but it's straight for trade. 3 versus 3. Crash coming in.
Whoa.
Actually gets the connection onto Laz. He's got to back away, but
Oh my
extra's
god, he
not
didn't
allowed to
swing.
happen. Smoke right in front of his
It's
face.
his next
Huron
gen.
now around the corner.
Huron didn't
Huron's gonna have to
swing.
hold the boop. Oh, he gets the win.
Bro, he's got to-
Huron, the rookie's gonna have to go
Yeah,
big.
dude, he had to swing and save Laz there. Had to
Just
go down to
think
that
of it,
duel.
and that's going to be
Nicely
T1
done from T1.
taking the series off of Zeta.
Unbelievable tenacity here from T1. Tooth and nail the whole way. Both teams with so much pressure on them.